for 24 hours on 17 August 2024. In the aftermath of the brutal incident and the demonstrations which followed, the state government was expected to ensure the deployment of the state machinery to prevent a breach of law and order. It was all the more necessary to do so since investigation of the crime which took place in the precincts of the hospital was underway. We are unable to comprehend how the state was not prepared to deal with the incident of vandalization of the premises of the hospital. Nationwide protests following the brutal incident in RG Medical College Hospital have brought the issue of the lack of institutional safety for doctors to the forefront. Medical associations have consistently raised issues of the lack of workplace safety in healthcare institutions. Medical professionals, in the performance of their duties, have been unfortunate targets of various forms of violence. Hospitals and medical care facilities are open throughout the day and night. Medical professionals, doctors, nurses, and paramedic staff work round the clock. Unrestricted access to every part of healthcare institutions has made healthcare professionals susceptible to violence. Patients of relatives in anguish are quick to attribute untoward results to the negligence of medical professionals. Such allegations are immediately followed by violence against medical professionals. In May 2024, two on-duty doctors were allegedly attacked by relatives of a patient who died during treatment in a hospital in West Bengal. In another incident in May 2024 in Bihar, following the death of a 25-year-old pregnant patient, a nurse was allegedly pushed off the first floor of the building by the kin of the patient. In August 2024, a final year resident in a hospital in Hyderabad was allegedly assaulted by a patient's attendants after the patient died due to medical conditions. These incidents of violence are a few among the many that have been unleashed against members of the medical community in the recent past. They are portents of a systemic failure to protect doctors, nurses, and paramedical staff in the confines of hospitals. With few or no protective systems to ensure their safety, medical professionals have become vulnerable to violence. With the involvement of systemic issues for healthcare across the nation, this court has had to intervene. Women are at particular risk of sexual and non-sexual violence in these settings. Due to ingrained patriarchal attitudes and biases, relatives of patients are more likely to challenge women medical professionals. In addition to this, female medical professionals also face different forms of sexual violence at the workplace by colleagues, seniors, and persons in authority. Sexual violence has had its origins even within the institution, the case of Aruna Shanbag being a case in point. There is a hierarchy within medical colleges, and the career advancement and academic degrees of young professionals are capable of being affected by those in the upper echelons. The lack of institutional safety norms at medical establishments against both violence and sexual violence against medical professionals is a matter of serious concern. While gendered violence is the source of more malevolent manifestations of the structural deficiencies in public health institutions, the lack of safety is of concern to all medical professionals. Preserving safe conditions of work is central to realizing equality of opportunity to every working professional. This is not just a matter of protecting doctors. Their safety and well-being as health providers is a matter of national interest. As more and more women join the workforce in cutting-edge areas of knowledge and science, the nation has a vital stake in ensuring safe and dignified conditions of work. The constitutional value of equality demands nothing else and will not brook compromises on the health, well-being, and safety of those who provide healthcare to others. The nation cannot await another rape or murder for real changes on the ground. Several states, such as Maharashtra, Kerala, Karnataka, Telangana, West Bengal, Andhra Pradesh, and Tamil Nadu, have enacted legislation to protect healthcare service professionals from violence and damage to property. All these enactments prohibit any act of violence against medical professionals. The offense is non-bailable and punishable with 3 years of imprisonment. However, these enactments do not address the institutional and systemic causes that underlie the problem. An enhanced punishment without improving institutional safety standards falls short of addressing the problem effectively. We have attempted to flag here the ground reality indicating the lack of institutional safety standards in healthcare institutions. A non-exhaustive formulation is set out below. A. Medical professionals who are posted for night duties are not provided adequate resting spaces. More often, doctors rest in the patient's room or in available public spaces. Duty rooms are scant. Separate duty rooms for male and female medical professionals are conspicuous by their absence in most healthcare establishments. B. Interns, residents, and senior residents are made to perform 36-hour shifts in conditions where even basic needs of sanitation, nutrition, hygiene, and rest are lacking. There is an absence of uniformity in terms of a standard national protocol. The fear of retribution prevents most healthcare professionals from questioning the absence of facilities for basic well-being. C. Lack of security personnel in medical care units is more of a norm than an exception. More often than not, medical professionals, which includes young resident doctors, interns, and nurses, are left to handle unruly attenders. Open access to healthcare facilities leaves medical professionals vulnerable to undesirable elements. D. Medical care facilities do not have sufficient toilet facilities. Most often, there is only one common toilet for medical professionals in one department. E. The hostels or places of stay for medical professionals are situated far from the hospital. Doctors and nurses who have to travel to and from the hospital are not provided transport facilities by the institution. Even within the precincts of the sprawling spaces of public hospitals, there is either inadequate or no transportation facilities for the safe commute of professionals. F. There is an absence or lack of properly functioning CCTV cameras to monitor ingress and egress to the hospital and to control access to sensitive areas. G. The patients and their attenders have unrestricted access to all places within the hospital, including intensive care units and the doctor's resting rooms. H. Lack of screening for arms and weapons at the entrance of hospitals. I. Dingy and ill-lit places within the hospitals. J. Medical professionals have to shoulder the responsibility of being both medical and emotional caregivers to patients and their relatives. There are no supportive facilities and no training and communication skills. And K. Certain spaces within hospitals, such as the intensive care unit and the emergency wards, are prone to a greater risk of violence because of the severity of medical conditions of patients in these departments. We have, in this backdrop, formed the view that a national consensus must be evolved after due consultation with all stakeholders on the urgent need to formulate protocols governing the issues which this order has highlighted. We have attempted to compose for this purpose a diverse body of persons with experience in healthcare institutions. A national task force with the following members of the medical profession is hence constituted. 1. Surgeon Vice Admiral Aarti Sarien, AVSM, VSM, Director General Medical Services, Navy. 2. Dr. D. Nageshwar Reddy, Chairman and Managing Director, Asian Institute of Gastroenterology and AIG Hospitals, Hyderabad. 3. Dr. M. Srinivas, Director, All India Institute of Medical Sciences, AIIMS, Delhi. 4. Dr. Pratima Murthy, Director, National Institute of Mental Health and Neurosciences, NIMHANS, Bangalore. E. Dr. Govardhan Dutt Puri, Executive Director, All India Institute of Medical Sciences, Jodhpur. 5. 6. Dr. Soumitra Rawat, Chairperson, Institute of Surgical Gastroenterology, GI and HPB Oncosurgery and Liver Transplantation, and Member Board of Management, Sir Gangaram Hospital, New Delhi, and Member Court of Examiners of the Royal College of Surgeons, England. 8. Professor Anita Saxena, Vice Chancellor, Pandit B.D. Sharma Medical University, Rohtak, formerly Dean of Academics, Chief Cardiothoracic Center and Head Cardiology Department at the All India Institute of Medical Sciences, Delhi. 9. Dr. Pallavi Saple, Dean, Grant Medical College and Sir J.J. Group of Hospitals, Mumbai. And 10. Dr. Padma Srivastav, former professor at the Department of Neurology, AIIMS, Delhi, currently serving as the Chairperson of Neurology at Paras Health, Gurugram. The following shall be the ex officio members of the NTF. A. The Cabinet Secretary to the Government of India. B. The Home Secretary to the Government of India. C. The Secretary, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Government of India. D. Chairperson of the National Medical Commission. and E, President to the National Board of Examinations. The NTF shall formulate effective recommendations to remedy the issues of concern pertaining to safety, working conditions, and well-being of medical professionals and other cognate matters highlighted in the above segments of this order. The NTF shall, while doing so, consider the following aspects to prepare an action plan. The action plan may be categorized under two heads. One, preventing violence, including gender-based violence against medical professionals, and two, providing an enforceable national protocol for dignified and safe working conditions for interns, residents, senior residents, doctors, nurses, and all medical professionals. 1. Prevention of violence against medical professionals and providing safe working conditions. A. Ensuring due security in medical establishments. 1. Triaging departments and places within the hospital based on the degree of volatility and the possibility of violence. Areas such as emergency rooms and intensive care units are prone to a greater degree of violence and may possibly need additional security in place to deal with any untoward incident. 2. A baggage and person screening system at every entrance of the hospital to ensure that arms are not carried inside the medical establishment. 3. Preventing intoxicated persons from entering the premises of the medical establishment unless they are patients. And 4. Training security personnel employed at hospitals to manage crowds and grieving persons. B. Infrastructural development. 1. Provision of separate resting rooms and duty rooms in each department for A. Male doctors, B. Female doctors, C. Male nurses, D. Female nurses, and E. A gender-neutral common resting space. The room must be well ventilated, have sufficient bed spaces, and provide a facility for drinking water. Access to these rooms must be restricted through installation of security devices. 2. Adopting appropriate technological intervention to regulate access to critical and sensitive areas, including through the use of biometric and facial recognition. 3. Ensuring adequate lighting at all places in the hospital, and if it is a hospital attached to a medical college, all places within the campus. 4. Installation of CCTV cameras at all entrance and exit points of the hospitals and the corridors leading up to all patient rooms. And 5. If the hostels or rooms of the medical professionals are away from the hospital, provision of transport between 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. for those who wish to travel to or from their place of stay to the hospital. C. Employment of social workers trained in grief and crisis counseling at all medical establishments. D. Conducting workshops for all employees of medical establishments, including doctors, nurses, and helpers, on handling grief and crisis. E. Constitution of employee safety committees composed of doctors, interns, residents, and nurses at every medical establishment to conduct quarterly audits on institutional safety measures. F. Including additional requirements on institutional safety measures for medical professionals as a criteria for accreditation of healthcare establishments by the National Accreditation Board for Hospitals and Healthcare Providers. And G. The possibility of establishing police posts in medical facilities commensurate with the footfall, bed strength, and facilities. 2. Prevention of sexual violence against medical professionals. A. The Sexual Harassment of Women at Workplace Prevention, Prohibition and Redressal Act 2013 applies to hospitals and nursing homes, including private healthcare providers. In terms of the provisions of the Act, an internal complaints committee must be constituted in all hospitals and nursing homes. B. The duties of an employer listed under Section 19 of the Sexual Harassment of Women at Workplace Act 2013, which includes organizing sensitization programs and providing a safe working space, must be discharged. And C. Ensuring for every medical institution a helpline number for medical professionals, which is open 24/7, and emergency distress facilities. It is clarified that the phrase medical professionals used in this judgment encompasses every medical professional, including doctors, medical students who are undergoing their compulsory rotating medical internship as a part of the MBBS course, resident doctors and senior resident doctors, and nurses, including those who are nursing interns. The phrases medical establishments, hospital, medical institutions are interchangeably used. The NTF shall be at liberty to make recommendation on all aspects of the action plan highlighted above and any other aspects which the members seek to cover. They are at liberty to make additional suggestions where appropriate. The NTF shall also suggest appropriate timelines by which the recommendations could be implemented based on the existing facilities in hospitals. The NTF is required to consult all stakeholders. bearing in mind the gravity and urgency of the situation, we have included the heads of the National Medical Commission and the National Board of Examinations as ex officio members of the NTF. Bearing in mind the national concerns which have been raised over the issue and the high priority which must be given to the creation of safe working conditions in healthcare institutions, we request the Cabinet Secretary to the Union Government to associate with the work of the NTF. The Home Secretary of the Union Government has also been made a member of the NTF in order to facilitate proper coordination with the state governments. The Secretary to the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare of the Government of India will be the Member Secretary of the NTF. The Ministry of Health and Family Welfare will provide all logistical support, including making arrangements for travel, stay, and secretarial assistance, and bear the expenses of the members of the NTF. The NTF is requested to submit an interim report within 3 weeks and the final report within 2 months from the date of this order. All state governments and union territory governments, through their secretaries in the Ministries of Health and Family Welfare, and the central government, through the Secretary Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, must collate information from all hospitals run by the state and by the central government, respectively, on the following aspects. A. How many security personnel are employed at each hospital and each department? B. Whether there is a baggage and person screening mechanism in place at the entrance of the medical establishment. C. The total number of resting stroke duty rooms in the hospital and specific details of the number in each department. D. The facilities provided in the resting stroke duty rooms. E. Information on whether all areas of the hospital are accessible to the general public, and if so, with or without any security restrictions. F. Whether there are CCTV cameras in the hospital. If there are, how many and in which locations? G. Whether the institution provides medical professionals training to appropriately handle the grief of patients. If so, the details of the training must be provided. H. Whether social workers who specialize in handling grief of families of the patients are employed at the hospital. If so, then total number of social workers must be provided. I. Whether there are police outposts within the premises of the hospital or the medical college hospital campus. J. Whether an internal complaints committee in terms of the Sexual Harassment of Women at Workplace Act 2013 has been constituted. And K. Whether the employer of the establishment has discharged the duties prescribed by Section 19 of the Act of 2013. If so, the details of it. The data submitted shall be tabulated and filed with an affidavit by the Union Government within 1 month from this order. The Central Bureau of Investigation shall submit a status report to this court by, we'll say 22nd and not 23rd, by 22nd August 2024 on the progress in the investigation of the crime at RG Kar Medical College Hospital. The state of West Bengal shall also file a status report by 22 August 2024 on the progress of the investigation on the acts of vandalism which took place at the hospital in the aftermath of the incident. The matter will now be listed on 22 August 2020.
Only one request. What is shared by the state of West Bengal with your lordships be given to CBI. We also need have it. They cannot have any objection.
1 second, I can just say, when that is.
What is shared by
Milord, can I just add one thing, Milord?
only what is shared.
Principal of the college, is he now under suspension? Is he on long leave? What is happening?
He's on leave. He's on leave. High Court order is Millard's operative. He's on leave. He's on leave. There's an SIT constituted also. Millard, for all kinds of things. Millard, can I?
Lords, I would.
Anywhere, right?
No. But can I add one
That's
thing?
why I said,
Millard, whatever your lordship says, we'll abide by it. That's not enough.
Whatever is shared,
My
your lordships, the CBI must be.
Yeah.
given.
No, we will file an affidavit.
But you have shared something with the
One
court. You
second.
can't
No,
have
no,
any
no.
objection.
And not this point, Mullah. In fact, what
No,
is
I am
happened,
on that point
what
first.
happens is, Mullah, this goes to them, then the social media takes action. It'll
No, there was
exacerbate the
CJI.
situation. It is only to inform your lordships, Mullah, that what's in the social media is not correct. And what's happening is just contrary to
Why
what the
can't you
record is.
share with
For
CBI?
example, they say it's a suicide. It is not a
So you are
suicide. We never said.
hinted.
We will, but Mr. Sibal, there was undoubtedly an unexplained delay from.
I am not on merit.
Yes, my lord.
I am not on
What
that.
is to hide from CBI?
Mullah,
my lord?
one second.
This shows we are
One
not
second,
getting
I
cooperation.
am not on that, Mullah. Mullah, as I said, whatever needs to be done must be done. People must be convicted. There is no issue on that. It's just that I don't want, Mullah, another kind of tirade in the social media.
No, it
Mullah,
will not be. You give it to
will be, it will
CBI.
be.
You
I
have
know
subject
it.
to give it to CBI.
One more thing. The state must ensure that those who practiced acts of vandalism and
Absolutely.
Yes.
We have lodged
37.
37 already arrested, 50 FIRs filed. 37 already arrested.
50 FIR for one incident. It's
Let's be
a
clear.
recipe for not investigating.
you have one second. You have a copy of the, before we part with the matter for today, you have a copy of the autopsy report here?
Yes.
We have it. We have it.
I have.
We hand it over. Yes, yes.
In the meantime, can I add
would,
one
my lord,
thing?
again request, my lord, if your lordships have seen something your lordships have, lord, the CBI must be given, it will remain, my lord, confidential. But we must cross-check what is given to you.
Your lordship.
This resistance shows that there is a lack of
No,
cooperation.
no, obviously there is a lack of faith.
So that
Your
we
lordship.
do that on that day, Mr.
Only 1 second,
Yes,
my lord.
day after tomorrow.
Give
My lord,
the
let-
entire
let- today, my lord, they can give me today. My joint director is here. I'll give it to her.
Oh, yeah. Allow, yeah. Just allow. Yes. Yeah, yes. Now,
What is there to hide from
one
CBI,
second,
my
one
lord?
second.
If they have given
Nothing is-
something related to crimes,
Yeah.
it must be given, my lord, to the
Kindly see.
CBI.
Kindly see page 40. Kindly,
Don't read it aloud, we'll just.
kindly page 40.
स्टेट को बोलो काम शुरू करें.
Yes, yes, I know.
स्टेट को बोलो काम शुरू करें.
Hmm. Explain this. I'll just say, read. Outside.
Only know, my lord, what is being shown to your lord.
It's the post-mortem report, which is in the
Say
case
that, I
diary.
asked you 4 times, what is the, why hide this?
Yes, I'll give he has case diary, has it, my lords. Post-mortem report is there. I don't know why I'm showing nothing else.
Case diary has been handed over to the
Handed over
CBI,
to the CBI,
the entire case diary, inclusive of.
yeah,
protocol.
inclusive of
Ah,
this.
there.
For the safety of baby dog.
She's not a lady, yeah.
Inquest report. Yes, yes, we have. Give the entire thing to, yes. Please give it to my lord.
Got it. The entire. Just get the whole copy. Right up now. In copy.
3 copies, please.
Just put a flap on that inquest.
Please, put a flag, please.
If you can share that, I have it, but just if you can share it.
Put a flag,
Mr.
put a
Sibal
flag.
neither says yes nor say no, but doesn't give, my lord. That's the stand he has adopted from the
You can
day one.
continue to say that. You can continue to say that. You will, I know
Yes, my
you'll
lord, it
repeat
is
it.
a test
And I
whether
know-
the
and
state wants
why do you
to
want
come
Yes,
clean
1 second,
or
1 second, just
still
1
play hide and seek.
Please.
I don't know why my learned friend.
No, you know why I'm saying.
I know why you are asking.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, we've seen.
Quest?
Uh-huh.
Give a soft copy.
You hand over the compilation to us. Hand over the compilation.
Yes,
The
please.
compilation and edit.
No, you don't have it on your.
Give us.
We're locating the soft copy.
Whatever we have received, we'll file with our report.
What is that? What is that?
Compilation.
List of deeds.
This was the self petition.
Report, Malas. Do you have a soft copy? If you can give it. Let's see if you have a soft copy.
Hard copy we have.
Here it is.
This is the inquest report.
This is the inquest report. This is it, Malas.
or associated with smothering and not homicidal in nature, also verbally opine that evidence of forceful penetration, insertion in her genitalia, possibility of sections.
So far?
In the rape was
In
one.
the rape case, one, my lords.
One.
Main accused, the main accused. He was a civic worker, my lords. And his Bluetooth was found at the spot. My lords, therefore, we connected it with the mobile. And the CCTV also footage was there, so we connected it. Happened, my lords, that he along with one Mr. Bhatta, very interesting, my lords, was talking up.
Whenever your lordship finds CBI.
My lord, I just
Just
need 10 seconds.
Saurabh Bhattacharya, he was, let me just explain what, yeah, it's a case
Lord,
diary, you have it all.
Only 10 seconds, my lord.
My lord,
IMA,
just allow me,
my lord.
What had
on the
happened?
Same comprehensive
My lord,
issue,
one
which
second.
your lordships are perfectly framed. This deliberation and this exercise took place between 2016 to 2018 for preparing some protocol and some law. My lord, it resulted into framing of a legislation in 2019. Draft legislation is with me, with the central government forming a committee with IMA and other stakeholders. They gave a report. Report resulted into a draft legislation on violence against, my lord, medical practitioners and medical establishment. It is pending. IMA, my lord, represents the entire community of doctors. So if your lordships consider it appropriate, they can contribute in the participation of the committee, my lord.
Mahendra Singh, we have already said
Your
that
lord.
they will consult all
Correct,
stakeholders.
that's
We have-
what your lordship said.
And we have specifically referred to IMA.
May I just add, my lord,
I
what
was
just want to-
saying, lord, that this particular exercise, to whatever it's worth, my lord,
Can we
is
please do
there.
My lord,
And
can-
if your
can-
lordship could
can-
consider, my
my
lord,
lord,
they can also
in-
to nominate,
Lord,
you know, to work with them. That's all. I'm not saying anything more.
You can
In-
write to the Secretary Ministry
Yeah,
of
very
Health
well.
and Family Welfare, so
I
that the
will-
committee will consult
In-
IMA. We have in
in-
fact referred to the role of IMA.
Very
My
well.
lord,
I'll
in
do it,
addition
my
to what
great-
Mr. Manendra Singh has said, no, then can I just add, my lord? My lords have said, my lord, there are three legislations. We have tabulated, my lord.
said chief.
three or no, for 23 legislations. I'm
They
sorry.
have said several states,
Yes, that's what
including.
your lordship is.
which
My lord, we have tabulated
This
23, but
exam
none of them has
is done by
preventive
the
measures.
staff.
My lord, there is two more.
Kansaria, that's not inconsistent with
Well,
what we have said.
No,
They have
there,
said several states,
Well,
including.
my lord,
that-
only two more suggestions, my lord, if your lordship consider it appropriate to include, my lord. One is institutional FIR, my lord, must be lodged within the 2 hours of a cognizable offense happening within the incident. One, my lord. Second, my lord, if your lordship kindly permit me, a distress call system, my lord, may be available.
We have already referred to that.
It is to the
We
women.
have specifically referred to it.
Yes, my lord is already there.
Can I just? Your
Lordship, we are for the women doctors, young doctors, your lordship. What we request your lordship, if we can have a software mechanism system where a distress call alert can be linkage with the police station.
This can be
Yeah,
suggestions
hereby.
for the
And
task
secondly,
force.
your lordship, if
Yeah,
we can
you're
have a
absolutely right.
proper functioning of CCTV cameras inside.
We
the
have done this.
file.
Right. In fact, we have flagged these very issues.
Yes, yes.
Your
We've
lordship,
done a mobile app, we've done a,
the protesters need to be protected. Your lordship's
Uh,
order.
say, this, one second.
One
One second. You haven't filed a PIL this time? Every week from you. A list on 22. We expect that the government of West Bengal shall observe necessary restraint in the face of peaceful protests conducted by any quarter of civil society bearing on the issues which form the subject matter of the incident which took place in Kolkata. To stop. The necessary, it shall be ensured that the power of the state is not unleashed either against persons using legitimate means to express their opinions
Sure.
or to participate.
Yes, yes, no doubt, my lord, except that.
The darkest protest must be banned, my lord. They leave the OTP and all treatment and they get the.
Since this court is seized of the matter pertaining to the safety and well-being of all medical professionals at their workplaces as an issue involving high national priority, we would request all the doctors who are abstaining from work across the country to resume work at the earliest.
Lordships, may I come in with
Stop.
your lordships? Please, your
The
lordship.
earliest. Full stop. Above all, the abstention from work of doctors affects those segments of society who need medical care, medical care the most from accessing health-related services. Full stop. The abstaining doctors and medical professionals stand assured that their concerns are receiving the highest concern from the Supreme Court of India. But besides, their concerns are already being portrayed before this court by a diverse range of counsel on both sides.
Deeply obliged.
Lordships, I'm talking about the women doctors of the place where the incident has happened. Now, lordships, it's very important. I'm sorry for lordships insisting over and over again, but lordships, I think it's of some importance in the matter. So lordships, the day on 14th August night, the day the attack took place on the doctors, when the protesters were on the site, the same hoodlums, they went to the hostel. They actually threatened the lady resident doctors. And they were threatened with the kind of threat that's given to women every time they protest. And lordships, very harsh things and they were threatened with very harsh consequences. Now, lordships, now the women doctors, subject to, this is what I've been instructed by an association of doctors in West Bengal, and they are in touch with the resident doctors. They said that the women's hostel, most of the women, they've been called back by their parents because they're not feeling safe. So your lordships, when your lordships say they should join this, and because on that very date, the police, the state police, they ran away from the scene. Lordships, it's widely reported. I don't need to emphasize. Just let
Life
me,
in
Anyway.
let me
West
complete.
Bengal.
Lordships, this is
I'm
very
not
sensitive
making it
information.
political. It's, my
But,
lord,
he's appearing for the doctors. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, lordship. So what happened is after, yeah, So what happened, the police just left them and they were actually, the police hid in the changing room of the nurses. This is what the doctors told me, Lordship.
Video.
Now, if I am, this is not, I don't want to be caught between the political battle of these two sides. Now the.
There is no political bet.
Let me just explain. So what I'm just for the students and the doctors practicing, the Association of Doctors. In fact, one doctor, a very brave doctor, I don't want to take the gender. So it gave a representation to the police. So a lot of people have given a representation of the police. They have asked me to forward it to your lordships in sealed envelope. I have 3 copies of the representation. Lordships may just have a look to see what is the position of the doctors there.
My Lord, I can
My
make
lords,
it
a
clear, my
very
Lord, we
brief
do not
point.
make this political, but we also receive, my Lord, complaints. This is the hard reality on ground. And learned friend is not keeping mum for no reason.
What is all this going on? I'm not keeping mum for no reason.
Therefore, is not
I
sharing
don't
anything with the
understand.
CBI.
What my, we've given the entire case diary. What more do you want?
Is this hostel a part of the hospital? Or it is at a far off place?
Yes, within the campus.
The part,
But I was told that one set went to the hospital when they ransacked. Some goons, they went to the hostel.
ladies hostel and then the lady doctors hostel and male doctors hostel, they are all different.
I assume so, Lordship, because they said that one set,
How many doctors, intern doctors are there in the hostel today?
Lordships, I am told
How many were actually
90% of the women doctors are not there.
in numbers? How many?
How many were there in the
How many were
hospital?
there and how many have left now?
Lordships, I'll just take the information
Ask
right
someone
now. Just
who knows about it.
I'll-
Mr. Sibyl, this is very serious.
Very serious, of course.
Because-
No doubt about it.
What was the police? What is the police?
No,
doing?
I agree, my lord. So if
Tip
if
of
some-
an iceberg, my Lord, I don't wish to.
that is
enter
why
into it.
FIRs have been registered. We'll take strong action. Photo, we have got from the CCTVs, photos have been,
Tip service takes
one thing.
years.
from the CCTVs, photos have been identified and we have lodged FIRs. Mothers, and we are taking, those people have been arrested. 37 people have been arrested.
But Mr. Sibyl, arrest is another thing.
Yeah.
Obviously, there were protests of the doctors.
Yes, yes, of course.
This was part of the wider protests which were going on
Yes,
that
yes,
night.
absolutely.
It was called Reclaim the Night.
Yes, yes.
The West Bengal government could not have been unaware of the fact that when there are
Yes.
protests across the country, there's always another segment which will try and disrupt this.
What-
These are women who, the women doctors are assaulted. The police run away from the scene. Thereafter, the women doctors are called out by name, namely the people who are leading the protest, and they were threatened with the same fate that has befallen the others.
Well, if they tell us, we'll take strong action. Mother, I agree. I'm not disputing.
You are supposed to be
Mother,
aware.
hold on. My lord is
What
is asking me
what
and let me
was-
respond.
What was the police,
What is that,
what was the
General?
police force doing
What-
in anticipation?
What
of-
happened was there were
Very
150. There were 100. Hold on, allow me. Mr. Sita,
Don't-
sir, I don't.
Please don't interrupt, Mr.
Yes,
Sir.
sir.
We are putting a point to him.
And as I said, Malas, we are on the same side in this, Malas. Now, there were 150 policemen. Malas, what happened was that outside the hospital itself, 150, in anticipation, 150 policemen. But Malas, what happened was 7,000 people came. By the time we got additional force, which came later, this vandalism took place. This is what happened.
You 7,000.
We picked them up. We picked them up from there, Malas.
It doesn't appear that 7,000 people vandalized the place.
No, they
It
didn't.
appears-
I
it
didn't say
appears
that.
there
Because
is
by the time
80 to 90 people,
Maximum.
they indulged in vandalism.
we have the video, we'll show it. There's no issue on that.
And
Facts can't be, Malas, distorted.
did the police run away from the site?
No, that can't be, Malas. We'll find out.
But it's
How can the police run
impossible
away?
Police not
No
knowing
police run away,
7,000
Malas. These allegations, if you take them,
Impossible.
Malas, as face value,
Impossible, my lord.
then we have a problem. We have a video. I'll show it to you, Your Honor.
Sibyl, we don't want.
Can we show you the
we
video?
don't
We
want
have
to
the
Send
disclose-
them for
We
vandalism.
don't want to disclose the name or even the designation of the person who has written it. But please rest assured that this is not an ordinary complaint which has been.
No, I agree,
which has
Manas.
been
I agree.
submitted.
Well, let's see the video. We'll show.
Lord,
we can-
please
we
do
can
not
upload it.
disclose. He or she will meet with the
upload it.
same fate.
Police calls the protesting doctors, threatening them.
Just see, Malas, we got the video. It's pen drive also. We can give it to you. There's a pen drive. We can give you the pen drive.
Mr. Sibal, this email was sent on 19th of August by this particular doctor to the
Just give it.
ID of the Kolkata police
Lordships, it's been sent, yes.
at 22 hours.
Yesterday, Malas.
But therefore, tell us one thing, what is the police doing?
Malas,
Because
it was sent yesterday. We are taking action. We have taken action. See
How
the
do you
video,
know
Malas.
which
Just see the
doctor,
video.
which mail, how do you know that it is yesterday?
Malas, see the video, Malas. It's better. 150 also, police officers were camping outside. Kindly see the video, Malas.
Mr. Sibal,
Malas, I'm not here to defend anybody. Please make it, rest assured, Malas.
look at it from a different angle.
Yes,
You made a fervent appeal to these doctors.
yes,
Please join your duty.
correct.
The marginalized section of the society is suffering. They
Absolutely.
can't afford to go to.
I agree entirely.
Now, these doctors, the lady doctors who are in the hospital, even if we ask the government to provide them with police protection, this police is going to protect.
No,
them.
Malas, we'll make sure.
That is our previous.
Trust the
So
police.
at the RG Kar Medical College and Hospital, because obviously the women doctors have left for the reason that they are fearful of their safety. If the premises of this hospital have to be safeguarded for these doctors to resume duty, who is going to provide security at the premises?
Malas, we give an undertaking to this court.
CISF
We'll give,
security,
hold on, we'll give
Let
an
it be
undertaking
central
to this
forces.
court. We'll give an
let it be
undertaking. and
CISF.
What we suggest is this, because if conditions return to normal,
We'll put additional,
if conditions return to normal at this hospital
yes,
and doctors start coming back, this will have an impact on the rest of the.
of course,
Yes.
of course.
Therefore, why we propose that let the CISF provide security at the
Yes.
premises of
Yes.
this hospital?
And my lord, one more thing.
I have no problems with that.
My lord, one more thing.
Idea is
Now-
that
now
their
that-
security is paramount. So please,
Yes.
if your lordship
My
wants.
lord, now one more, my lord, I am inviting this order. The person who has complained, my lord, we do not know. But the state possibly knows. They say that the email was received at 22. Let that person be given special security by the CISF. Now the
No,
state knows about the person.
We will do it.
They don't want to reveal
You
their
can't-
identity.
You can't say whether the state police is incapable of all this.
Here the matter of.
Lordships,
Hold on.
105 complaints have gone.
Many, did you get the figure?
Yes, your lordship. So there are 700 residents, 250 ladies, and only 100 are there now.
250.
250.
And
30 to 40 female.
150 have left.
Yes.
Yes,
Your lordship,
100.
approximately 30.
30 to 40 female residents and 60 to 70 male residents remain. Everybody else has gone.
32,
Lordships, I'm told 30 to 40 female residents and 60 to 70 male residents remain. Rest have all fled.
My lord, we have this
Seven.
information.
Total 700.
My lord, when I said there is no law and order, it was not
Emergency
a
with-
political statement. We have this information and more.
Yeah, I'm sure you have.
This is the
My lord, in the-
situation on ground.
just 1 second. On the night of 15 August 2024, at midnight on 15 August 2024, when acts of wanton vandalization of the premises of the RG Kar Medical College Hospital took place, a mob of persons is alleged to have systematically attacked the male and female doctors, emergency hospital staff, and hostels. Full stop. Ms. Saprajita Singh, Women's Senior Council, appearing on behalf of the resident doctors, has placed on the
Lordships, I'm not on the resident. I'm for organization of doctors from West Bengal because they are too
for
scared. They
appearing
don't want to come in,
for an organization of doctors from West Bengal,
protect the warriors.
has placed on the record a copy of an email addressed on 19 August 2024 by a senior resident at the Medical College Hospital, setting out the details of the incident which took place. The court has been apprised of the fact that there were approximately 700 resident doctors at the Arjikar Medical College Hospital. Following the incident, which took place on the night of 15 August 2000 and on the night between 14 and 15 August 2024, most of the resident doctors have left their place of duty, as a consequence of which approximately 30 to 40 female doctors and 60 to 70 male doctors have only remained in their hostels. It is essential to create safe conditions for the doctors to return to their duties, so as to enable them to not only pursue their duties, not only to pursue their own education, but to administer medical care to their patients. Accordingly, the court has been assured by Mr. Tushar Mehta, Learned Solicitor General of India, that the Central Industrial Security Force shall be deputed in sufficient strength. Central Reserve Police Force shall be deputed in sufficient numbers to guard the facilities of the Arjikar Medical College and Hospital, including the hostels where the resident doctors stay. Mr. Kapil Sibal, Learned Senior Counsel, appearing on behalf of the state of West Bengal, states that there is no objection to such a course of action being adopted so as to bring security to the
Well, then they'll be responsible. I'm sorry to say, they'll be responsible, Mulad, because there are two kinds of forces can't be there, Mulad.
With the provision of central security.
Or is it
the
an
hospital,
information or a
we
threat?
hope and trust that the doctors will resume duties at the earliest. Any concerns which they may have in regard to their safety may be placed in the form of an email jointly addressed by the doctors to the Registrar Judicial of this court for further necessary directions.
But I have one additional submission to make, that CBI is not now inquiring about the activities of the principal. On the wake of it, the state government.
We'll share this email with the solicitor, this email, please, and keep it in, because we don't.
It would be kept in
we don't want
confidence,
the
Mulad.
doctor to be targeted.
No, otherwise but now state of course knows, the state police would know because they've received, but I will keep it safe.
But the state has constituted a seat. but the
Cover में डालो, sir.
Which is a requirement of CBI.
No, the lordships, we have assured the doctor, sorry,
To create conflict.
Yes, these are the matter that we'll deal with on.
we have assured the doctor
Mr.
that the name
Solicitor,
will
please
not.
look at
that
the,
is- Sir,
Solicitor,
please.
please look at the designation of that person who has submitted. Just look at the designation of the.
I will. Right now, I'm not, Mulad, seeing that.
Yes,
Take it up on Thursday morning now.
no problem, no problem.
Permitted to file and sealed cover, whatever we.
All the petitions.
Schedule an opportunity to do that on Thursday. If there's some concern, please come back to us.
Lordships.
We'll assure the doctors all over the country that whatever concern they have, please place it before us to
We are most grateful.
counsel by here.
Your
We'll
lordship,
assuage your grievances the extent that we can.
Good Friday.
I'm sure this is a complete non-adversarial procedure.
Absolutely non-adversarial. We are grateful your lordships have taken up.
We'll have to file a status report. If you'll
Lords
have
will
to-
do this on
easier if we
Thursday.
have it on Friday morning, Mulad.
Friday, this bench in this combination is not available.
Can it be
But that's
Monday?
what-
We also get some time to
Morning,
prepare the status report.
Thursday morning.
We'll hand it over on Thursday morning, Mulad.
Goes to Tuesday then. So
No,
that's
but
why
no, we'll hand it over on Thursday morning then, Mulad, the status report.
Can it be Tuesday, Mulad?
We'll keep it on Thursday.
Which-
Thereafter, we'll keep it on Tuesday. We'll have a brief hearing on Thursday.
Yes.
Monitor the situation across the country and then place it on Tuesday. But you can give us your status reports even by Thursday morning. There's no difficulty.
All petitions may be listed. All petitions. Now, if it was not taken on record, it was filed late, not it may be. So all petitions.
We are grateful.
Guys,
Grateful to.